good afternoon. First of all, excuse my mess, whatever is behind me, because I'm in the process of a move. So whatever you see or noises happen, I'm going to ask for your forgiveness ahead of time. But secondly, I wanted to make a quick video before I forgot, because this week I have had a lot of situations come up where we are discussing divorces with adult children. And by adult, I mean anywhere from college-age kids, 18 and older, to, grown children with children of their own in their 30s and 40s. And oftentimes, attorneys just dismiss that and say, well, we don't need to have a discussion. That doesn't apply to anything that we would handle, which is true. And yet, there's some really important conversations that still need to happen and don't. And then I feel like this can have long-lasting implications. So I want to encourage you that, especially if your natural inclination is we need to be talking about this, please talk about it. Please have those conversations. Find a mediator. If you're in my area, great. If you're not, find someone who is willing to have those conversations with you and sit down and say, what does this look like going forward? How are we going to do holidays? How are we going to do grandkids' special events at school? How are we going to move forward in this so everyone feels good about it? Because the adult children are still affected by divorce. So to think that they're not is just being blind to a truth. So I don't want you to be caught off guard by that, and I want to encourage you to push into those conversations. The other obvious thing that needs to be talked about is please do not use your children as confidants, and that is regardless of their age. But since we're talking about adult children specifically, it might seem normal or natural. Maybe your kids are old enough where your parental role really has become more of a friendship type role. But remember, in this case, this is still their parents, and they're grieving a loss as well. And so for them to have to be part of a conversation about what your spouse did is just not appropriate ever, regardless of your age and regardless of your kid's age. So try not to have conversations in front of them, same as you would with little children, right? So try not to include them or tell them stories that they just don't need to hear. They really don't. And in fact, sometimes I think because we don't have these conversations about getting a divorce when you have grown children, people really get confused and aren't sure what to do and just think, well, they're adults, they can figure it out, or they know their mom, or they know their dad, and this won't really be a surprise, or whatever the thought process is. But it's still their parent, and I really want to encourage you that the research shows that the long-term effects are great regardless of the age. So keep on the path, keep on the high road, let the experience be what it is, and still be there for your kids as you would if they were younger. Have those conversations. Ask them how they're processing it. Don't make the assumption that, oh, they're grown, they don't care, they've got their own life. That is not true. Help them work through it, and encourage them to talk about it. Encourage them to share any feelings that they're having with you so that y'all can get through it and just end up whole on the other side of it. That's always my wish for all of you. So anyhow, we'll talk more about this. If you have any stories that you want to share, please feel free to do so and reach out.